Hello everybody, this is Leslie of Silver Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am working on day 2 of the 100-day challenge ATH, which stands for Around the House. The hashtag for it is hashtag 100-day challenge ATH. I was mistaken. I had put hashtag 100-day project ATH in my first video, so scratch that. But I did put the correct information in the description box of that video, along with Angela's link to her first video. So please make sure you check out my first video on index cards to go and follow Angela's first video, and also she has links to her previous videos, which gives great insight to other videos, especially if you've never done junk journaling before, because she does give good tutorials and stuff on how you can start into junk journaling. But it's an open collaboration. Anyone can join, so at any point you can jump in. You don't have to do all 100 projects. You can just pick out the ones that you want. And like I said, the video that I did put in my description box in the first video, she will let you know how you can get the prompt list. So make sure you go and check out Angela's video. So I am a day behind. So I'm going to get caught up today because we got a foster dog yesterday. My husband works for an organization, and so we took in a foster dog who might become part of our family. He has cataracts, I think, in both eyes. He may have cancer in the back of one of his eyes. We have to bring him... I think John has to bring him. We thought it was yesterday. He was going to see the eye doctor at his job, but it's next Friday. He's got to bring him back to work next Friday, where they're gonna, I think, evaluate his one eye. I think it's in regards to whether or not it is cancer in the back of his eye, so he might actually lose one of his eyes. We're not sure, but we're going to find out. It's possible he might just lose eyesight in both of his eyes. He may lose an actual eye. We're not sure yet. He's a goofy lab, and he likes to play. So I did put, I think it was a short. I put a short kind of introducing him on my channel. So if you want to kind of see him, I did put a short up on my channel, so you can kind of get a look at him. But he's actually being pretty good. He's laying down at the side of my feet. So I wasn't sure how he was going to be. So far so good. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of different stuff here for makeup. I don't really wear makeup anymore. I never really was a big makeup person. I was always a big nail person because I had gone to school years and years ago for, I had been trained to be a manicurist. So I was licensed as a manicurist years ago. So I always had nail stuff around. So I have some nail polishes. I have some nail liners. I have some of those around. But there's a couple of things that I have here, and I have seen how to make them. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but I'm going to show you if you haven't seen how to make this. But if you have anything, it has to have mica in it, and I'm going to show you I don't know if oh, I think I got rid of it. Oh no, here, is it here? Oh, here it is, duh. From the Dollar Tree, you need to look for anything that has mica in it. And it has to be like one of the top ingredients. So this right here, and this is just eyeshadow. The second ingredient is mica. Okay, now these eyeshadows from LA Colors, I think the second ingredient for these two were mica. So you can use these, okay? Now, I only have 2 spray bottles. So I think what we're gonna do, is we're gonna make shimmer sprays, okay? I'm gonna use, well, I like purple, so we're gonna do purple. What the heck, let's try that blue. Let's try the purple and the blue. And these are from the Dollar Tree. Now, my suggestion is, and I've already done it, open these up. These are always too long. And so what happens is when they hit the bottom, and what happens is you can't get the stuff out. So what I do is I cut them a little bit. So just take a little bit off the bottom. Now I already cut them, and you just want them to be a little bit touching, but just enough that you have enough room that the actual liquid can get up the tube. Okay. The other thing you need is alcohol. It doesn't matter what the percentage is, okay? And you need clear glue. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up about 2/3 of the way with alcohol. And there's really no measuring. You don't have to. Okay, so we're going to go, we'll do about there. Okay. We'll do both. So we're going to do both. So I hope everybody's doing well. So today is Saturday. Like I said, I'm going to try and do 2 and 3. So I'm going to try and do makeup and old letters today. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take parchment paper. All right. I don't know how we're going to get this out. And this is called grape jelly. Wonder if there's a way of getting this out with my knife. Let me, excuse my arm. Yes, Noah. Okay. And you want to get about, I think it's about probably about a tablespoon. God only knows how much is even in here. Oh, goes all over the place. Because think about it, for $1.25, how much do you think is really in here? Probably not a whole lot. Yes, that's a nice toy. Yeah. That's a pretty color. I do have to say that. What I'm doing with the knife is I'm just trying to, it's not that it's on the inside. There's like an inner wall on the inside of here. So I'm trying to like tap on the inside wall. Trying to get it out. Sorry for the scraping. But it is getting it out. We'll go this way. I have to say, Noah's been very good with the cats. Okay, now for the glue, you're only going to take about maybe a tiny little bit. You don't want a lot, maybe about half a teaspoon. And that's only because you want it to adhere. So if you hear moaning, that's Noah. All right, let's try that. And we're going to shake this up a bit. Oh, that's pretty. So hopefully you can see that shimmer. Wow, look at that. Look how pretty that is. You're such a goofball. Yeah, let's put that back in there. I don't know if I need more glue. Let me add a little bit more glue. I have not used this glue a very long time, so I think that's probably good enough. That should be about a teaspoon. I just want there to be enough to make sure that it's going to adhere. But don't get rid of that because I'm going to use that in a second. Oh, and the other makeup I have here too is CC Cream. I have an eyeliner and I have another shadow from e.l.f. And I also have a blush. All right. Now, of course, it's going to smell like alcohol. So we're going to let that dry. I could see it already. So I'm gonna put this off to the side, and because it's alcohol too. I'm curious to see how the other one's gonna come out. And now this one, we're gonna do the blue. I'm gonna just use this. Take this out. It's probably more than enough. Add in some glue. I'll do a little shaky. That should be about enough. Oop, 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 oop. We have a little more glue than I wanted, but that should be okay. All right, let's try it. See how this one works. I'm trying to give it good saturation too. So let's see. Now, as these are drying, I'm going to put these off to the side. We're going to work on some other stuff here. And then we're going to put this off to the side. Put the sprays off to the side. So I wanted you to see that. So that is the first thing that you can certainly do with you got a cold nose. Yes, you do. Okay. Now, the other day, I did a little demo run. On some of the stuff I had home. So, I used CC cream. And as you could see, it worked perfectly. I used some nail polish. Now, this is a double-ended eye stick. So it's got eyeshadow on one end. So that's the actual eyeshadow. That's the eyeshadow. This is eyeliner. So I lined it with eyeliner. This is eyeliner. I just tried using it, but it's not waterproof. So I would stay with maybe just using it on the edges of like a page or something. But unless you have a liquid eyeliner, which I don't have, then I would say go for it. But my suggestion, now, the one thing I have that's new is this. This I just picked up at the Dollar Tree because I had to go yesterday. So I picked up a couple things at the Dollar Tree. So we're going to try this. This is called Jelly. It's by Rimmel, and I use Rimmel products. It's a blush, and it's in a liquid form. So what I'm going to do is actually, let's just use this. I'm not going to use this. So let's just use this. Oh, and it is definitely jelly-like. I'm just curious to see what kind of texture you get. And if it stays. And I'm just using a tag, like a pre-made tag that you buy. It does. It soaks right into the tag. Now, I don't know if it's because of the type of paper. Let's grab because, well, I think it's going to stick to this too. No, it soaks right into the paper. So you can certainly use this to color. Now, where's my water? Let me get my... Just gonna use my finger. Yeah, no, that's not coming off. That is definitely not coming off. So that is definitely something that you can certainly use. And that's actually a pretty color. Does it tell you what color this is? Because it actually had, they had a bunch of these too. They had a ton of these at my store. Berry Bounce, this one's called. It's very hard to see. It is number 005, Berry Bounce. And again, it's Rimmel, London, Jelly, Blush. And again, I told you I got it at Dollar Tree. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know how much is, I don't even know if there's even anything left in here, but nothing left. I used it all. But let's try this one. Let's try this. Let's see if when this is wet, oh, that's pretty. I'm thinking what you could do with these is, my cat is going to start crying because she's going to want food again, is if you have punches in like different shapes and stuff, what you could do is lay lay down different colors and then punch out different things. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how much, I mean, you saw how much I got out of that purple. I bet you probably could get quite a bit. The only thing is you have to kind of work fast because this dries pretty quick. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so you could certainly do that. So that's another thing that you could do with both of those. So you can mix those together. Let's see what else. And now we have, well, these are brand new here. But now you can always draw with these. You know how you have the stickles? Instead of using stickles, you can certainly use these. Let's use. Now it depends on your store. These are the only colors I think my store had. If I can even open these. They are so tight. Now, I'm not going to get real fancy here, but you see how intricate you can get with these, because manicurists use this stuff for nail art. And you know, when you're working on a nail, you see what goes down on a nail. I mean, come on. So, you know, if you wanted to put a couple of different like flowers, you know, you just got to remember it's going to smell like nail polish, you know. But that's the only thing. I mean, like I said, you could be as intricate as you want. You know, and then like this one you could put a dot in the middle. And now I have some green, if I can open it. Ugh. You know, and then you could add in the little leaves. You know, and then on the bottom, if you wanted to like add, like say that was like grass. You know, and then I had black, of course, because they always have black, but you know, and if you just wanted to do some outlining, you know, and do some edging on a piece. You could just do that. And of course you got to wait for it to dry. And then if you wanted to, just to make sure, you know, just edge it. And you still have and you could always use, just make sure, you know, you take a majority of that off, but just even use the hard edge of it too, you know, and just run it along the edge of the paper or the card, you know, if you don't want to use the other piece. And then even too, when you're doing that, you can use that because that, I think that's pretty cool. So you have your edging, and then real quick, we're gonna let that dry. Let's move this over here. And I'm gonna show you real quick how I did with the CC cream and this. And I just stuck it on my tonic glass mat over here. I added a little bit of water over here to the side, just in case if I needed it. And I have my sponge. And I took this off my ring. And now, it just depends on what you want to do. So I just put the whole thing down. And then I just rubbed. And I try to hold this as steady as I possibly can. And you can use the sponge, or you can use your finger. And I'm probably going to put a little bit more down. I think I'm almost out of this. I think it was better with the sponge. But if you have like those round sponges, I think you're better off. Because see how this one kind of peels? And they add a little bit of water to it. And I did check for water fastness. It does not come off. And look at that. Yeah, I can finally get rid of it. My mother had like 5 of these, so when she passed, needless to say, I got all of them. I like very rarely use them. I use them maybe under my eyes because my eyes are so bad. Okay. And as you see, it does not smear. Okay. So that is something else you can use. So now I have this shadow. So I'm going to show you that too. I did the same thing. Let's use a different stencil. Let's use, oh, I don't know. try this one. I'll just do it on an edge maybe. No, I did the same thing, I think. No, actually, no, I did it like this. I think this is how I did it. I used it like, you know how Tim Holtz has his crayons? I kind of used it like that, kind of. There you go. And you're going to get a little bit smearing, but I kind of liked that. Until it dries. But, and again, this was an e.l.f. product. And I had bought this once upon a time at Dollar Tree. But again, it did not smear. And also too, I had used this up here around the edge. And I'm sure you could probably use this as well. And I just used my finger. But if you want to get into those corners around the edge of the round notch, my suggestion would be to use the actual and I'm just gonna kind of feather it down. There you go. And now I would use this as a Halloween tag. I would add stuff onto that and use that for Halloween. I would use that as a backdrop for Halloween. So let's take a look at the first ones that we did. They should be somewhat dry. A little wet yet. See, the one from the eyeshadow, so you have a lot of the sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? The only thing I don't like is the wet spots. It's the only thing I don't like. So if you don't mind the wet spots, see that? I mean, it definitely, you could definitely use it as backing paper, you know, if you wanted to tear it and add it to stuff. It's definitely usable. I would definitely say that. You can definitely use it. The only thing is the eyeshadow one. I mean, it's definitely not Tim Holtz, but it's definitely usable. You know, so you have a couple of different options. You know, and then of course, then like I said, you have your other nail polishes and stuff. So you have multiple options out there that if you wanted to try and use different types of makeups, you know, even just to play around, you know, you certainly can. You know, and the Dollar Tree is always the best way to do it because you don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup, you know. So that is some of the things that you can do when using makeup and different stuff that you have in your makeup bag, and also stuff that you use for your nails. So I hope this was enjoyable. I know this isn't something that you would normally do on a regular basis, but, you know, these are different ideas that if you just wanted to play around, this is something that maybe you would consider doing. So thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you all on my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.